Hi, you beautiful people. Welcome back to Critically Tested. I am back with another video, and as you already know by the title, we are discussing 5 Studio Ghibli movies that you can watch on Netflix India right now, and it does not include Spirited Away. So let's go. But first, that was what reference? If you guys know it, comment down below. Somehow in the past 2 days, I've been feeling quite low. And I was just thinking, what do I do when I feel low? What is this one thing that I go to feel great about myself and to just feel good in general, that uplifts me? And then I realized, hello, I watch movies. There's a lot of complication that goes on when you choose a movie and you watch, especially when you are not in the right frame of mind, right? But these movies, especially Studio Ghibli movies, always make me feel so good about myself, make me feel so much more I am not alone, and beautiful nuances portrayed in these stories. And obviously Miyazaki is a magician, and there are other directors with Studio Ghibli as well. There are actually 10 odd Studio Ghibli movies on Netflix. Please go watch all of them. They are worth your time. But if you want to start and you don't know where and you're getting overwhelmed, these 5 movies are the first choices that you should make that will induct you to the magical world of Studio Ghibli. The first movie that I want to talk to you about is Arrietty. The beauty about Studio Ghibli is that they weave fantasy together so well with reality that you don't know what's happening anymore, right? So The Secret World of Aryati has been directed by Hiromasa Baeshi, and it was his debut film as a director. The story is based on a 1952 film called The Borrowers by Mary Norton, an English author of children's books, who talks about a family who lives in other people's walls and borrows from their house. So Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli have written the script in a way where obviously it adapted to the Japanese culture. So the story talks about this young borrower who befriends a human boy in whose house they actually live and like borrow for like a living, and all the time trying to get away from humans. So this beautiful bond, and obviously Studio Ghibli is famous for weaving fantasy and reality together, and a beautiful job has been done in the Secret World of Aryati. And the nuances of how the borrower father, the relationship, how he manages and struggles so hard to keep his family safe from humans, and facets of human. One is very kind, the other, is nosy, calls them thieves, and the facets are very beautifully portrayed. So first on my list is The Secret World of Aryati. I hope you guys like it. Oh, also the film has won the Animation of the Year award at the 34th Japan Academy Prize Award ceremony. Yeah. Second on my list is this movie called The Cat Returns. Hilarious movie. You guys have to watch it, especially if you're a cat lover. You have to watch it, like have to, okay? So it's a 2002 film directed by Horiyuki Morita and written by Reiku Yoshida, based on the manga The Cat Returns by Aoi Hiragi. So there's the protagonist, the little girl, has this ability to talk to cats, okay? Which is, I think, every cat owner's the dream fantasy, right? To be able to talk to any pet actually. But so this girl possesses this ability, and she saves a cat on her way from school by being hit by a car. So the entire cat community comes out at night to felicitate her, and then tells her that she is now eligible to marry the cat prince. She does not obviously want to get married to a cat, and in order to fix all of these problems, she gets into cat bureau to help to like. She asks someone to like help her, and then they go to cat kingdom and all of that. It's a full cat lovers film, and it's hilarious. There's different personalities of cats, and you know, all of these cats doing tactics and all. There's a cat king who is like, you know, fat and like obese and all of that, and then there's a handsome prince cat who obviously understands and is a good cat. And you know, the ending of the movie is about like a feel-good growing up kind of a film. Like she understands a lot of things better about life, like the little girl, and she comes and what happens, you know, in her life afterwards. So it's about that. And if you're a cat lover, watch this film. The third in my list is The Tale of Princess Kaguya. So The Tale of Princess Kaguya has drawings and animation that like, I have goosebumps like right now. It's a beautiful tale of a bamboo princess. Story starts with a bamboo cutter who goes to the forest to cut bamboo and then finds a girl child there and brings her home, and she becomes a beautiful, you know, she's like a god sent gift, right? So how the father and the mother work so hard to make her happy and keep her satisfied and happy, and her, like the way they portray the childhood in the village, oh my god, it's like you would want to relive your childhood. And then she grows up, she is taught etiquettes and beautifully portrayed that she is a boisterous young lady. She does not want to like be tamed, and there are men from all over coming and, you know, asking for her hand in marriage, and it's a beautiful progression. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but you have to watch the Tale of Princess Kaguya. Beautiful animation has been done, the track is beautiful, and overall it's a very old story, I think from the 9th or 10th century. How would you guys want to miss that kind of stuff, man? It's a beautiful film. I want to cry right now. Like the themes in Princess Kaguya is very prominent, like feminism, how women are restricted to do certain stuff, and how parenting is a huge responsibility. All of these themes are so beautifully portrayed that I am at a loss of words. Oh, and fun fact, it was nominated for the Oscars, the Academy Awards, I think in 2013. And it is the most expensive Japanese film till date. It's the most expensive Japanese film till date. Isn't that marvelous? Please go watch it right now. Finally, we have a Miyazaki creation, which is Kiki's Delivery Service. I watched this film long ago, not on Netflix. It was not available on Netflix at that time. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It talks of Kiki, who's a witch, and at the age of 13 leaves her house to learn more about the world and life with her cat, and her adventures from there on. This movie resonates so much with me is because of the fact that the underlying theme of this movie is maturity. Kiki leaves her house at a very tender age to go fend for herself while learning about life. You know, finding a job, seeking acceptance, taking care of ourselves. I think we have all done this at some point of the time or other, or maybe some of you guys are doing it at the moment, and you will relate so much to this film. You know, when we lose friendships, you know, there are times when, you know, you have such a good friend. That friend is portrayed through Gigi, who is the cat with whom Kiki talks. He spends more time with another pretty cat now, and you know, that emotion of how when you have only one single friend and you are so lost yet you're trying to find yourself, how losing a friend even for a moment can seem so heartbreaking. All of these themes are so beautifully portrayed that you need to watch it right now. So Kiki's Delivery Service is a must watch. The last film recommendation on my list is Howl's Moving Castle, also by Hayao Miyazaki. it's a film with a very strong plot and a famous character that you guys might know, which is a talking fire icon who is known as Calcifer. Very cute, small little thingy. And it is set in a fictional kingdom where in the 20th century both magic and technology is prevalent. So people know magic is a part of reality. And there is also a war going on. The underlying tones of it also expresses Miyazaki's distaste towards the 2003 Iraq war. And this film was also nominated for Academy Awards, but I think it lost to Wallace and Gromit. It talks of a young girl who is cursed by a witch when that witch enters her shop, and she turns into an old woman. She meets Howl, and Howl is a young guy who is showing resistance against the king. So that is how the entire plot is, and how it revolves around war being the major theme. Also, one beautiful theme that I really love in this film is Miyazaki's portrayal of growing old beautifully. The way he shows the journey that living life is a beautiful thing and we need to own it and not be scared of old age and nurture life. When this young girl is converted into an old woman, instantly a change in her personality begins. She is more confident, she can speak her mind more openly than she was as a young girl. Nobody ever talks about the beauties of growing old. Miyazaki does exactly that. Also, there is an underlying tone of feminism, which I again love in all of Miyazaki's films. So well thought of. The women characters are extremely strong, and the ideal woman of today, no matter how old these stories are set in, it portrays the picture perfect ideal woman as a feminist. So do please watch Howl's Moving Castle and tell me whether you find Calcifer cute or not. And I hope you liked these recommendations, and I hope you guys will watch these films and let me know in the comment section below how it was. Also, do subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you would like a part 2 of Studio Ghibli movies or any other anime films for that matter. And should I even do a video on what anime series you could be watching? You never know. Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for sticking around and watching this. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you all on Friday.